Hey, what's up, guys? So, 4 in the morning, and I thought I'd continue this tradition of reviewing these anime weapons at fucking ungodly hours of the night. So today we have the Masamune rocket launcher. It's a very interesting rocket launcher. I'm not sure if you guys have seen the model yet through Reddit. It's very interesting. Right there, there's a little like clip thing when you fire it. They put in that basically like loads 4 rockets at once. So this thing has 2 interesting fire modes. Fire modes in a loose sense. The first is just the standard fire from the hip, and this fires 4 rockets out, and will in kind of a decently, not really tight pattern, and then you scope in and you stop moving, and it becomes a wire-guided rocket launcher. I presume you cannot strafe because they were worried that you would basically become an AV Mana turret on fucking a less hard to hit platform. I don't know, but anyway, you cannot move. The tracking's a little weird, and basically the way the tracking works is you fire the rockets and they drop a little bit, and then they gradually shoot out faster, and you have to kind of drag them up. Interesting thing to note, looking at the stats really quick, this is the first time I looked at the fire rate. 80 RPM only matters in the scope, because when you fire it from the hip, all 4 get shot at once, like so. And you see, that's the clip I was talking about. All fire immediately, and it's not really accurate. The damage as well got nerfed. Everyone was saying on Reddit, oh, it one-hits maxes. It's like a fucking glory weapon. This thing's gonna be awesome. And I have since, I'm not sure if I was injured, but when I was on here last, I was not able to get this thing to do more than maybe a decimator's hit. Okay, so this max is at full health. That did like literally fuck all. And I don't know, it seems kind of random at the moment. Maybe it's just me. But I was never able to get it to do a substantial amount of damage. This thing is basically like a decimator divided by 4, pretty much. But going back to the stats, as I cut off to show you that quad rocket. Indirect splash damage, 200 for each rocket, so that's not enough to kill someone. 800 damage unless you get a direct, in which case it's 525 on a direct hit. The muzzle velocity is a little misleading as well. The thing accelerates very quickly. It starts off slow, which is why you're going to see in a second when I wire guide it, it drop. Literally, you can watch it drop from the scope, and I have to drag up. But after that, it gets very fast. Reload 4.7 seconds. Not a lot of ammunition on you, 4 and 16. Considering it's basically 5 rockets, since they all get fired at once. There is no, when you scope in and when you scope out, you cannot stop the rockets. All of them will fire. You cannot select fire. Hip accuracy, aim accuracy, just looking at hip accuracy. Aim accuracy is always pretty much perfect. So let's shoot at the reaver over here. What's going to happen is I'm going to drag up, and I'm going to end up, I think, right about there, if I remember correctly. So I'm just going to show you as well. Also, I'm going to hip fire one of the rockets really quick. Watch them. You'll notice that they drop quickly and then they go flat very fast because the velocity appears to increase rapidly. You see, like that. I should probably switch to my secondary so you guys can see that. So you're going to see them, and yeah, they shoot off into the fucking just opposite side of the map fairly fast. So these things accelerate quickly. Now let me do the guided. As you can see, I had to pull up. The rockets were going to go into the ground if I did not compensate for that. And then they leveled out. Maybe something a bit further. Let's try that galaxy over there. And now I'm not compensating nearly as much, literally at all. The rockets flatten out over time. So what do I think of this weapon? Interesting concept, but aside from the cool little guided tracking thing, the fucking shotgun mode just sucks. It's basically a weaker decimator unless, you guys have something cool planned up your sleeves. It is a fucking cool rocket launcher, you know, firing 4 little micro rockets off, and be cool to maybe try and hit a strafing Reaver, you know, get 1 or 2 hits, or strafing Scythe, Mosquito, ESF, Liberator, or a fast-moving harasser, you know, basically fires like a shotgun. But the problem is that the shotgun mode, it's limited by cone of fire, and the cone of fire isn't always, you know, the direction you want it to go. If it was a ground target you're aiming at, it would not always be horizontal. If it was a air target, it would not always be vertical, in case he like pitched up or something like that. So there's a lot of randomness, obviously, you know, that comes with cone of fire, obviously, but it cripples the rocket launcher, especially since you've only got 4 hits, and each one of those hits counts. This thing doesn't do nearly as much as the Decimator, from what I've seen. Probably considering, you know, the wire-guided aspect of the weapon. So overall, it's a unique concept, I think, but I don't really know the intended function of it outside of the wire-guided aspect when you're scoped in. The shotgun rocket is, it's meh overall. Cool, but meh. Definitely not the reason you want to pick this thing over a Decimator.
Enemy max.
And 1 more for the road. I guess, hang on, let me try that one more time.
Hostile max identified.
Let me shoot him into his face, hang on.
Heads up.
Still not a whole lot. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I think it is. This thing also is, given the fact that it is technically appears to be using dumb fire values, it is very deadly against Liberators, and yeah. If you guys know, Decimators and ML7s do about 40 to 50% damage against Liberators. This thing appears to be using dumb fire resistance values, meaning that it's pretty fucking crazy against Libs. So yeah. That's it pretty much. Hope you enjoyed this. I have finals. I'm gonna go cry myself to sleep. Bye.